So is it just me, or is Season 7 of The 100 really similar to Stargate? In this video, I will be outlining the similarities I noticed between the 7th and final season of The 100 and the core concepts shown throughout the Stargate franchise. But before I continue, I want to give two disclaimers. One, this video will contain spoilers, and two, I enjoy both of these, and this video is not meant to send hate towards either one, just meant to point out some similarities I noticed. With all that said, let's get started. Stargate is a science fiction franchise that began with a theatrically released film back in 1994. Multiple television shows and straight-to-TV movies followed, all taking place in the same universe. It all centers around the Stargate, an ancient device that establishes wormholes between planets, allowing for instantaneous travel through space. The 100 is a post-apocalyptic science fiction series that ran on the CW network from 2014 to 2020. It takes place in the future after Earth was victim of a nuclear war and follows various characters as humanity tries to rebuild itself. Eventually, in the 6th season, the characters are on a different planet where there's something called the Anomaly, which is a mysterious green mist thing that we don't really know much about until the final season, where a lot more of it is explained, and that's where the similarities really begin. A few episodes into the last season of the 100, the characters realize that the Anomaly is actually a wormhole that connects to other planets, allowing for instantaneous travel through space.
How are they all connected? Wormholes.
What? No way.
Yes, way. The Anomaly is a wormhole. But whatever these people are, they can travel anywhere in the universe.
Which is pretty much exactly what the Stargate is. The wormholes generated in the 100 are controlled by things called anomaly stones, which are ancient-looking devices covered in a bunch of strange symbols, just like the Stargate. To set a destination with an anomaly stone, you need 7 different symbols to establish a proper destination.
7 symbols, 7 points. Grace, we're standing before a bridge to another world.
You also need 7 symbols to establish a wormhole with the Stargate.
These constellations were placed in a unique order, forming a map or an address of sorts. 7 points to outline a course to a position.
Excluding the times that they need more to travel further, but generally it's also 7. In this final season of the 100, we are officially introduced to the character Bill Cadigan, who was a cult leader on Earth and ended up leading his people through the Anomaly a few years after the nuclear war to another planet. After that, he is referred to officially as the Shepherd by his people because he led them across the stars to a new, safer home. He is pretty much revered as a god by his people.
I understand you have learned a lot about the Shepherd's journey. Who can tell me about Etheria?
The mountain was very tall and very scary, but the shepherd was brave and wise.
Excellent.
In the shadow of the shepherd for all mankind, he saved us from the fire that consumed the earth. In the light of the shepherd for all mankind, he will save us from the war to end all wars.
This is something seen in Stargate. There is the race of aliens called the Goa'uld that are parasitic aliens. They took over human hosts and took on deity personalities.
So Ra isn't dead after all.
No, it wasn't Ra. It was Apophis.
Who?
It's from Egyptian mythology. Ra was the sun god who ruled the day. Apophis was the serpent god, Ra's rival, who ruled the night. It's right out of the Book of the Dead. They're living it.
And pretty much enslaved humans on Earth, taking them to other planets through the Stargate, where they were worshipped as gods by these people. Pretty similar concept. A major theme of this last season of the 100 is transcendence. Cadigan and his followers believe they are on the path to fighting the last war, the war that'll end all wars for mankind. And if they win against this great enemy, the human race will be rewarded by being transcended from their physical form to another plane of existence to join with all the other species in history that have transcended physical form.
No, we don't believe in heaven, Doctor. Like I said, we believe in transcendence.
Transcendence through the stone.
Correct.
This is very similar to Ascendance in Stargate.
When the mind is enlightened, the spirit is freed and the body matters not.
You're talking about ascension, right? But rising to a different plane of existence.
In the series finale, people do end up transcending, where they turn into little balls of light and float up into the sky. This is pretty much the way it happens in Stargate. When someone ascends, they turn into a ball of light and float up out of their bodies as it disappears. Different colors of light. Yeah, not exactly the same graphics, but pretty much the same concept. It is eventually confirmed in the 100 that the anomaly stones were built by an ancient race of aliens that have already transcended.
If your answers are satisfactory, your consciousness and that of your entire species will become one with ours. You will transcend your human form and become infinite. If you fail to earn this evolutionary leap, you will be eliminated.
It's just like in Stargate, where the Stargate device and the Stargate system that was all built and established by an ancient race of aliens called the Ancients.
There was once an alliance of 4 great races in the galaxy. The Asgard, the Nox, the Furlings, and the Ancients, the builders of the Stargates,
who ascended from their physical form to a collective consciousness. Pretty close. By no means is the 100 a carbon copy of Stargate. It has plenty of its own unique qualities and concepts that make it stand apart from many other pieces of media. It is by no means the same thing. But I did notice quite a bit of similarities when watching the final season, and I felt compelled to make this video because I didn't really see anyone else talking about this. It's possible that members of the writing crew are fans of Stargate. It's a very popular science fiction franchise that have inspired a lot of people working in the industry today. I also know that new writers were brought in for the last 2 seasons to kind of rejuvenate the storyline and keep things fresh. So it's possible that things may have shifted around that time. I don't know. As I said, this video is not meant to hate on either one, just meant to point out some resemblance that I noticed. With that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.